Hello backpackers, this is Juan from Juan Backpacks and I'm here with another first look. What are we going to be looking at? Well, I'm wearing it right now. It's the Altitude hoodie, the Altitude Sun Hoodie from Outdoor Vitals. Just got it in the mail. I was in California backpacking the High Sierra Trail. It was like about 100 degrees some of those days out there, 90 to 100, and I wish I would have had this because I would have been a lot cooler and maybe a little bit more protected from the sun. So let's take a look at the Ventus hoodie. My first looks are all the same. It's about what features, not all inclusive, but it's what features that drew me to the product, how I think this product, in this case the Altitude Sun Hoodie, is going to fit into my kit, and maybe any of the concerns I have moving forward as I begin to use this piece of gear in the field. Again, this is just a first look, not an all-inclusive. I'm going to put a link to the product below in the notes so you can go and check out all the little detail, all the little material details and to your heart's content on their website. But let's back up now and talk about some of the features that I liked and why I ordered this hoodie to begin with. Well, number one, obviously the weight. This thing is a sun hoodie and it's only 4 ounces. So even if I'm carrying it in my pack, which most of the time if I'm backpacking in the summer and on the other side of the summer, both sides of summer a little bit, I'm going to be wearing this as my primary piece of gear. Why? Well, it's got a bunch of features that I really do like. And let's go ahead and I'm going to do a little cheat sheet here, but it's got really flat seams, number one. Makes it really comfortable. If you've ever had a sun hoodie that has big, thick seams that rub into you, that just feel really uncomfortable, this is not the piece of gear. This thing is really comfortable and the material is really soft. You can feel it. It's got minimal clean collar hood. I really love the way Outdoor Vitals has designed their hoods across many of their products. I have a Ventus hoodie and I have the new Tusha rain jacket, and they have this similar hood design which really works for me because of the shape of it and just how it fits. So I'm going to go ahead and throw the hood up here right now. So you can see that, boy, I'm going to move my mic here a little bit. So you can see that when I put the hoodie up, number one, it really fits nicely over top of my hat. And I do backpack a lot with a hat on. There's very little gapping here, which means that there's less chance, in this case it's a sun hoodie, there's less chance like that you'll gap and get sun on your ears, and you can really cover up a lot of your face with this hood. And it fits really nice and tight, and it's not floppy, so it won't blow off. Like when I'm in the Sierra and that wind's blowing, and I've used other hoodies like this, like sun hoodies, the wind blows in here and then it just kind of blows the hood off and you got to keep messing with it all the time. This has elastic around it and the shape of it really fits nice. Now, if I take my hat off and I'm not backpacking with a hat on, it still works. Again, it's kind of this really nice shape and design that really, you put it in place and there's, again, not a lot of gapping there. It's not super tight and it's really nice and it stays put. So that wind can blow and blow and blow and your hoodie is gonna stay on. You're not gonna have to mess with it. So I really do like the hood design on this hoodie. So let's keep moving and talk about some other things that I liked about this and why I bought it. It's also sun blocking. It doesn't have like a UPF rating on the website, so I'm not sure about that, but it says it blocks the sun. So for whatever that's worth, it's blocking the bad UV rays, I guess. And so that's another reason I bought it, because for sun protection in the summer. It's moisture wicking. I've worn this thing actually a couple times just around outside the yard and so forth, and definitely it's wicking moisture. I mean, and it dries really fast. These lights are really hot and I was actually sweating a little bit, and actually the thing is starting to dry. I had like some sweat patches here. I know that's gross, man, but I had some sweat patches going on the hoodie and they're already starting to dry because I'm kind of calmed down, sitting down, I'm cooling off, and the moisture is just drying away. So it's super quick drying, and I can tell by feeling the material. I mean, this is, ultralight material. This is, not super abrasion resistant, but for what, if you really want a hoodie, it's going to protect you from the sun. It's going to dry really fast, and it's going to keep you cool even on a hot day. I really think this is the way to go. And that's the other thing I wanted to say about this. Again, I haven't tested it in the field yet, but just in kind of wearing it around lately, and it's been really hot here in Pennsylvania since I've gotten back, I can feel when I move around, I can actually feel airflow in the material, coming in through the material. Literally, it's almost like this cool breeze going on. So if I get up and I walk around now, I feel pretty hot because of the warm because of the lighting here. But if I got up and walked around, I would start to feel it like the moisture evaporating off of me and through the sun hoodie. And I really like that about this, because I really feel like it's going to keep me cooler than any of the other solutions that I've hiked in before that really seem to trap heat. Like, and nothing's perfect, right? But, I've tried some hiking shirts, and they're nice and cool. They're airy, but they do, like when you get really intense, they start trapping heat a lot. And even when there's a breeze blowing, sometimes they just don't let that moisture evaporate, that sweat evaporate out of the material. And this really, I can tell when I get up and walk around and I've been sweating a little bit in it, or I've been feeling a little warm in it, when I get up and walk around, it really lets the airflow come through the material. And so that's really one of the things that I'm looking forward to, because it's very, very breathable. Now, some of the reasons I brought it into my kit, really I needed something that blocks sun. I needed something with a hood. I wanted long sleeves to protect me from the sun. If I really want the option of short sleeves, I would take another lightweight short sleeve shirt. But I do like long sleeves when I'm hiking it, especially at high altitudes when I'm out in California backpacking, or when the sun's really intense. I want long sleeves, so I don't have to worry about slathering, sunscreen on myself. I can just kind of go with sunscreen on my hands and a little bit on my cheeks and so forth, and I'm good to go. So I'm looking forward to that. I also like the hood, because then it gives me an opportunity to protect my ears and the rest of my face, and so the hood is what really drove me to this. I've used hoodies for a lot of years, like sun hoodies, but a different type that I wasn't hiking in, I was fishing in them. Like, sun hoodies have been part of fly fishing and fishing for a long time, but a lot of those, for whatever reason, tend to be a little bit thicker material, and I have tried to hike in them, but I just didn't like it because they were just trapping too much heat for my liking, even though they were called sun hoodies. This hoodie is thin, the material breathes, and I'm really looking forward to wearing this when it gets really hot out there. So those are the reasons I brought it into my kit. I can use it to layer. This could be a base layer. I don't know that it's going to keep you super warm, but definitely in like at least summer and maybe a little bit into the two other seasons on either side, I could see that it would work for that. I could put the Ventus hoodie over top of this, and I feel like I would stay warm in some cold, a little bit colder conditions. But I really feel like this is going to fit nicely in my summertime backpacking kit. Now, some concerns I have moving forward. Obviously, this is an ultralight piece of gear, and the material is really thin and probably will snag a little bit. I've had similar material to this, and I would say probably watch it around Velcro. I have a hunch that if you get Velcro on this stuff, it's gonna like cause a little bit of, it's gonna pull on the threading and stuff like that. So, not a lot of abrasion resistance, I guess, is what I'm saying. So I'd watch that, and again, overall the wear and so forth. Other than that, honestly, I really don't have many concerns about it. I think it looks really good. I mean, it's an athletic fit, so I'll stand up here a little bit. It's got the little Outdoor Vitals, logo on there, which is pretty sweet and cool. But I don't have many other concerns about this, because I think it's a real specific piece of gear made for a very specific purpose, and I feel like it's going to fit that purpose very nicely in my kit. And I feel like I've got a lot of confidence as I begin to use this in the field in my last few trips here before we hit fall and winter. So until next time, backpackers, get out there and do some backpacking and stop watching YouTube videos. Unless they're my videos, then watch them all. I'll see you folks later.